Hello everyone, it's great to be able to share an encouragement with you this morning. I'm not sure what life is starting to look like for you in lockdown. Maybe you're loving those Zoom calls, maybe you're smashing those 5k runs, or maybe you're starting to get that little bit more sick of your families. But as we begin to build these new routines, I thought now would be a great chance to remind ourselves what the most important thing to do is every day, and that is to build our days with God at the centre. So I'm just going to quickly read Proverbs chapter 3 verse 6, which says, "In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." It's an amazing reminder that living the God-centered life, in seeking him in everything we do, is our calling as Christians. And in doing so, we will receive life and life in full. And the first 2 weeks, I embraced this. I had so much free time on my hands that I had no excuse. I said, God, okay, it's time to start seeking you. And I began investing in my Bible reading. I began building each day with God at the center. But this heavily contrasted the next 2 weeks that came. Suddenly I had university work piling up. I had a dissertation that was due. I felt I had more important things to do than to seek God. I basically said, thanks for the first 2 weeks, but it's not as important to me anymore. I'm going to put you on hold. And this reminds me of how we begin to act in our normal lives outside of lockdown. We have such jam-packed schedules and routines that we try to fit God in. We try to give him the scraps at the end of our days. We're not trying to build our days with God at the center. But God doesn't want us to try and fit him in. He wants to be at the foundation of our hearts, of our decisions, of our lives, of everything that we do. And what an amazing opportunity we have right now. With limited distractions, with more free time, we can fully fix our eyes on Christ and build new routines with him at the center. But how can we build each day with God at the center? Now, this is a question that I always think about, and I wish I had a pie chart that said 15% prayer, 10% Bible reading, but ultimately we don't have that. But something I found really important and really encouraging for me is to remind ourselves why we're seeking God in everything we do, in every aspect of our life. We're not praying because it's a routine. We're praying because God is relational and he wants to know the deepest desires of our hearts. We don't read the Bible because it's simply reading a book. We read the Bible because it's an opportunity to grow in knowledge and in love of him. We don't have relationships because they're simple conversations, but because it's an opportunity to spread and share the love that God wants to fill the people of this world. These are just a few examples, but we have an opportunity now. We can build our days with God at the center. He loves us. He wants us to be with us always and support us through everything, especially right now. And as it says in Proverbs 3 verse 6, if in all our ways we submit to him, he will make our path straight.